Blake, thank you. Right now, we're right in the middle of National News Media Literacy Week. KGUN 9's Alex Dowd takes us into a high school classroom in Marana where the students are learning to navigate the saturated social media environment to get as close as they can to the facts.
In Mountain View High School's AP Government class, 2/3 of the students say they get most of their news from social media.
The first thing that I see from like a news group is probably from the New York Times Cooking, right?
Something from West Point, some more real, something from the president.
But they're viewing their feeds differently than their peers.
To understand where the country is, you have to understand where your fellow Americans are.
Partially thanks to teacher Steve Lockowitz, who spent a week of class focused on media freedoms and literacy.
Right, I've always looked at both sides. I know that that's not the case for a lot of my students because they just get their echo chamber, right? And that's where they get their news.
But what is an echo chamber? Media platforms like Instagram and YouTube use algorithms to feed you content, recommending videos to each user based on what they've interacted with, even if that interaction is negative. A representative from the News Literacy Project says that those algorithms can be dangerous. Too much time on social media could skew a user's perspective, only feeding them content that fits their current worldview.
It's something Lockowitz is teaching these students to avoid.
Well, we live in an age where a person's ideology and personality can be determined by the media that they consume.
No matter where their personal politics lie.
If I personally do lean right, but I make sure that I balance that by also looking at left-leaning sources, because otherwise I'll get into an echo chamber and then I'm just divorced from reality.
The easiest way to prevent that?
You have to look at more than one source. The algorithms are telling you what you want to hear.
Lockowitz says in a perfect world, media literacy would be taught across the country for more than a week. But for now, for the almost 300 students he teaches each year,
Hopefully they're walking away knowing that there's more than one side to a story.
in Marana, near Thornydale in Linda Vista, Alex Dowd, KGUN 9.
Wow.
It's true. You can't always trust what you see online everywhere. That's such an important lesson that kids do need to learn this.
Well, and for those who remember life before social media, it was, kind of one source. You all would watch KGUN 9. Now you have KGUN 9, the KGUN 9 app. We try to add with social media a little bit more context to all the stories we tell that are pretty limited here in this, Good Morning Tucson sphere. But so connect with us online.
Absolutely. It's always a great place. You can find all the news you need.